Hello and welcome back, all of you always very beautiful people of the interweb. So my name is Daniel, you are watching Music Time, and are you ready to be entertained? I hope you are, because like I said, this is Music Time, which for those of you who don't know, is the time where I talk about music. Don't know why I did that. Guess I'm in a good mood today. So what I want to get to is, for those of you who don't know, a while back I made a video called, I believe it's called 3 albums that you may or may not have heard but definitely should. And this time I'm making a part 2, numero dos, to that. So I'm going to be talking about another 3 albums that you may or may not have heard. And for those of you thinking to yourself right now, oh Daniel, that sounds very exciting, but how do you know if I've heard something or not? Personally, I have no idea. So, as judgment of what every person in the world knows, I called up my friend Jen and I said, hey, do you know any of these albums? She said no to all of them, which means if she doesn't know them, you don't know them. Because everything Jen says and does is completely true. And if you have any issue with that, and you know me personally, and by extension you know her, send her an angry message if you have any issue with this video. Just send, maybe like a death threat here and there. Don't actually do that. That'd be bad. Anyways, yes. So this video, 3 albums I'm going to be talking about that you may or may not have heard. Jen approved. Jen approved. She approved this message. Jennifer did. Yeah. Yeah. Champ by Tokyo Police Club, Friendly Fire by Sean Lennon, and Evil Friends by Portugal the Man. So I want to start off with Champ, and Champ is, I believe it's the 3rd album by Tokyo Police Club. It released in 2010, and it's, I gotta say, it sounds different than the previous Tokyo Police Club stuff, and I personally was not blown away by it the first time I heard it. I didn't like it, but there's some really good tracks. Like, the first song is nice. One of my favorite songs to listen to when, I'm just walking off, out into the sunset. It fits the mood perfectly, and I like that. It's this nice, well, it starts off slow, but then it speeds up. Which for those of you who've been watching my reviews for a while now, it's exactly what I want from an intro song, and I love it. It's perfect. It's one of the best intros I've ever heard. That and Now or Never from Mumra's These Things Move in Threes are, I think, possibly the best intros I've ever heard. And there's also other great songs like Breakneck Speed, which is just a song when I listen to it. I don't know why, I get really happy. It's like, all my worries go away! But not that fancily, as they would call it. But it's a good song, makes me feel good, and it makes me feel happy. And then there's tons of other great songs, and it's fun. It's, I don't know, I guess, indie rock? I guess that's what it would be, or got a bit poppy sounding. I'm not great at naming genres, but it's definitely good, and I recommend you give it a listen. And if you like it, buy the album, for it is a good album. So yeah, there's that, and there is Friendly Fire by Sean Lennon. When it comes to Friendly Fire, there is not a single bad track on the list. Of course, there's songs I like more than others, but they're all great. But one thing to note is that they're all slow songs. And yeah, also it's not, he doesn't really, people say he sounds a lot like his father, John Lennon, of course. But I didn't really make that connection, but the man is definitely very talented, and I wish he would do another solo album, but he's off with some band and everything. But it's really, Friendly Fire is an amazing album, and one of the great things about it is every single song has a music video associated to it, which is great. And it's just this nice, slower album that but it's not like slow as in you get bored. It's relaxing, and I don't know, it's really nice, and it's just something you can listen to. And it talks about just, I guess, love a bit. Talks about that. And then, though, if you do listen to it and you do like Friendly Fire, I recommend you listen to... It's not on the album. I have no idea why it's not on the album. So I think it might have been my favorite songs off the album, which wasn't even on. But get the Dead Meat single, which comes... Or just get the song that comes with it, which is... For those of you who don't know, Dead Meat is a song on Friendly Fire. I believe it opens the thing. Yeah, it opens the album. Anyways, so get a song called Freaking Out, which, it's like a freaking out. He's like that, except he's a much better singer, and he's actually attempting to sing, unlike me. But, yeah, so, it's just this nice, slow album. It's got some acoustic stuff in there, and, yeah, it's really nice. I liked it a lot. I was a fan, and it's yeah, it's an album I've liked for a few years now, so it's really good, and I definitely recommend it to anyone who is even mildly interested in hearing what one of the Lennon kids have done. Also, Julian Lennon, he's a thing. Check him out if you want. But Sean Lennon, I highly recommend. Just listen to Friendly Fire. The final album I want to talk about is Evil Friends by Portugal the Man. And Portugal the Man is a band that I haven't even heard of until, was it a week ago, I think, when they were on Conan. I saw late at night. They played the song Purple, Yellow, Red, and Blue, which is a nice song. It's not my favorite on the album, but they played it. And I loved it. I was a fan. I'm like, wow, this is cool. I want to check it out online, see what else they have. And so I listened to their latest album called Evil Friends. And it, I don't know how I describe it. I'd say it's sort of like a kind of more psychedelic, maybe, version of Foster the People. Although, to be fair, they were out before Foster the People. But also one of the issues I had with Foster the People and Torches is that the songs didn't really diversify enough. But that's not really an issue with this album. I will admit, the first time I listened through, I felt like songs blended in a bit. But as I got to listen to it more and more, I felt like each song was unique. And I love really every song on the album except High Roller, Hallelujah. It's not my favorite track, but it's okay. But I would definitely recommend. My 3 favorite songs off that album would be Modern Jesus, Someday Believers, and Smile, which Smile it's the one song that really stands out, and I believe it's either near the end of the album or it does close the album. I think it closes it. And it's just perfect. It's just this nice, slow song with like a beat. So it's not like slow as in it's just dying out, but it's like just waves slowly going. Also, by the way, there's a song called Waves, so it all relates to one another. But those are all great albums. I hope my review is even semi-decent, and really, I recommend you check it out. And then please post a video response saying what you thought of any of these albums, because I'm sure you can do a better job of talking about it than I can. Anyway, so thank you, especially if you're one of the 250 subscribers, and I will see you next week. Goodbye, and you've been watching... Crap, let me get this. Music time! La 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 la! Music time! La 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 la!